My name is Jensen. Let's learn some UiPath. Today we will see how we can select days with a date picker. A date picker is essentially just a date picker, as it says, on a web page like this, where you can click the date and then you can select what day you want. So like the 20th, that's here, and you will select that one. Click here and then select it otherwise. You can even select the month, but we'll just stay in the current month. It is a follow-up tutorial. I made a tutorial about date pickers 14 years ago. I'll put the link in the description. And today, HG, he asks, "Hi Anders, my requirement is to always select start date as yesterday and end date as today from the calendar." First of all, thank you HG for the great question. We will give you a thumbs up. Keep the questions coming because that will create great content from my videos. I love to solve all the questions you got. So far so good. If you are wondering why I automate in Microsoft Internet Explorer, well, that's because it's the most stable browser. It never gets updated, so you don't have to update your workflows as often as you'll do with Chrome or anything. So that's why I do it. And let's talk a little bit about HG's problem. He wants to select yesterday and today. And that's a problem because on a company's date picker, you can rarely, if at any time, select yesterday's date, because why do they want to sell you old flights like here? That will just give disappointed customers, so they won't. So I'll create a solution where we will solve for today and tomorrow. You can easily modify it if you find a date picker that could select yesterday. By the way, HG, if you find that one, please post a link to this in this description or in the comment section. But let's solve it for today and tomorrow. So first we'll just create a simple workflow that clicks here and then select a random date. Let me close this drop down and then we'll find a click activity. Here we will drag in this click. We will indicate where we want to click. We want to click here. We can inspect the selector first. That's always good practice, best practice, because we'll see if there's any dynamic part. Let's say that the selector that includes the 11th here, then it won't be clicking this field tomorrow because that's the 12th. But let's see, edit the selector, and we can see that there's no dynamic part in here. Or at least we think. Of course, if they update the title, then we'll have another problem. But that's a bridge we can cross when we get there. So now we clicked on the depart like this, then we will want to click a date. So let's drag in and click, and we'll indicate a random date. Let's just pick the 20th. That doesn't really matter. Now we will click the three ribbons again, and we will click edit the selector. We can see here that we indeed have a dynamic part. We'll have the 20th. Well, that's okay, because that's the part we want to change. So let's say that we change this to 18th, then we'll click OK, and we'll run. Now we will see that, let me close this one first. Now we will see that it runs and it clicks the 18th. So we can change the selector to make it click different dates. Now we just need to tell it to click today. And what we'll do here is that we'll drag in a multiple assign up here, because we'll both use today and yesterday. So multiple assign, that's just basically two assigns. You can use assigns as well. I just think multiple assigns are nice and pretty. So in here, we'll press Ctrl K to create a new variable. Then we'll say str today, and to get today's date in just a number like the day, then we will say date time now, and then we will say day. That will only give us the day, and then we will say toString, and this one will, by the way, give us the day without a 0 in front. But let me just create this, and that's quite convenient because we can see here that there's no 0 in front of these ones. Let me click outside the drop down. So now we created a string for the date, and we can edit it in our selector here. And be aware, don't click these three ribbons, click the target, and then you will click the selector up here. And in the end, or in the beginning, just press a random letter like A It's very important that you do this. It will not work otherwise. Then, I know it sounds strange, but that's just how it is. Then click away. And by the way, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button to get all the new videos about UiPath and RPA. So now we click the 3 dots here. And what we can see here is that, let me enlarge it a bit. Oh, just click it here. And then, now we can enlarge it a bit. No, we can't. We will delete this letter. And then we will go to our dynamic part. That was this 18 here. So quotation marks. And then we will say maybe a space. You don't have to do the space. It will just be better to look at. Plus, then a space. And then we will say str today. Space, plus, space, quotation mark. So this one will always select today. Let us run it and verify it. We will run, open, and now we selected the 6th. So far so good. So now we want to select tomorrow for our return day. That's the 7th here, but we cannot know. So what we'll do here is that we will just copy these two here, but let's drag a new one in. So we'll have a click. Where do we want to click? We want to click on the return date, like this. And again, we could inspect it, but I think we know that there's no dynamic part in here. There's not. So let's drag in another click. Then, let me just open this drop down. We could also have press F2. So then we'll indicate it. And now, again, we are not using this tomorrow, so just pick a random date. You could, of course, use tomorrow. Let me click this one away. So now what we need to do here is that we'll need to get tomorrow's date in. So to get tomorrow's date to work with here, and in HG's case, yesterday's date, I will show you how we get that. We'll go up here, press Ctrl K, str, tomorrow, or yesterday, if you find a date picker. So tomorrow, like this, and we could copy paste this one in here because we can reuse a lot of this expression, but let's create a new one. Click the 3 dots here. Then you'll say date time again. You'll say now. And now we need to subtract, add a date or subtract a date in HD's case, but we'll do tomorrow. So that'll be, we'll add 1 day. So you can scroll a little bit down and take the add days. And then you'll say parentheses, and then you'll say 1. This one will add a date to it. If you want to create yesterday's date, like HG will, then you'll just say -1 in here. But we'll do tomorrow's. So +1. And then what you do here is that we will basically just be doing the same. So that'll be day, and then we will say toString, like this. So now we created tomorrow's date, and we can scroll a little bit down here and put it in our selector. So we do the exact same thing again. So go up to target, selector, click anywhere in the selector here. By the way, if you think this video is good, please give it a thumbs up, or if you think it's bad, give it a thumbs down. That will really help me a lot. So we'll put in a letter in either the beginning or the end. I'll put it in the beginning here, click away, remember that, and then click the 3 dots. And we can click in here, and then we can enlarge it. Remember to delete the letter, and then we'll go over to our dynamic part, that is the 21. So we'll do the exact same thing here as well. So quotation mark, space, plus, and then str tomorrow, space, plus, quotation mark. This one will put tomorrow's day in here. So this one should do, and let's just let's choose another date so we can see that it actually changes when we run the script or the workflow. So run file, UiPath will run. We choose today's date and tomorrow's date. You can see it here. So that's it. Case closed. Bingo. Thank you, HG, for the great question. Keep the question coming, HG, and you other users, please use the comment section so we can solve problems in these videos. Have a good day. Bye-bye.